Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 7, Real Life Reckoning. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video if you enjoyed this particular piece of content, and then hop into the comment section so we can talk about everything that happened with Stacia and Nate, because that's what we're going to get into. So, they get to the new apartment, and Stacia immediately tells Nate no shoes in the house. I have no problem with people having that rule. I don't have that rule in my house. I feel like I'm in Wisconsin. So if it's wet or snowing or whatever outside, people are going to take their shoes off anyways. But I also have hardwood floors or with like laminate floors. So I don't trip off of that. But if she don't want shoes in the house, she don't want shoes in the house. So Nate was like, oh, I've got rules already. Seemed like well, yeah. Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't a request, it was a mandate. But it's a good one though. It's nothing wrong with taking your shoes off in the house. But then Stacia points out that there's only one sink in the bathroom. And she's like, oh, but I need space for my makeup and then my skincare. And then I need this stuff here and my hair products. And he was like, okay, so like you're going to take up this entire little sink. What am I supposed to use? And she tells him he can put his stuff into the drawers. And I said, what you got? What you got, Nate? Your Cetaphil can go in the drawer. It's rude, but it was like, I mean, don't they have two bathrooms? Don't they typically give them a 2-bedroom apartment? I just kind of feel like we see this every season on this show where the couples are like, oh, there's only one bathroom, or this master bathroom the women want. They kind of go back and forth about the closets. You'll be fine in the guest bathroom, Nate, so you can throw some water on your face. They said that he likes when she laughs because then he can tell that she's really excited. And he was like, you were like super excited when you came in here. You were giggling and stuff. And she's like, yeah, it's exciting. Aren't you excited? So she starts giving like some rules. She doesn't like things all over the house. She wants the toilet seat put down. She wants things kind of put in order. She likes, like she mentioned before, her house typically looks staged. It doesn't look like somebody actually lives there. So he tells her that, okay, he tells her he typically does not like doing laundry. He does leave dishes in the sink, which I think is an absolute no-no. I don't go to sleep with a dish in my sink. Your sink should be clean and empty every single night before you put head to pillow. Nate, on the other hand, doesn't feel the same way. He said he leaves dishes around, and then he said sometimes after he leaves the gym after showering, he just goes to bed. I don't know why we have to have this discussion every season. I don't know why some of y'all are going and working out at the gym, getting sweaty, getting musty, perspiring, and then you still want to go and lay down on your clean sheets. If that's what you want to do when you're single and all that, that's your business, how you choose to go to sleep. But you have to, I think, for people to not, like, take into account you're now laying next to somebody, like, what if some shit pop off in the middle of the night? Like, I'm sick of hearing that conversation. There's too many nasty people on this show. Way too many nasty people coming onto this show. So the next morning, Nate already left the toilet seat up. Old habits die hard. Give him a little grace, Stacia. So we get to Stacia's house, and Nate is super impressed. Her house looks nice. She has this like a tray that she puts on her bed that has like books, like it has like matchsticks, like the long matchsticks, candles, flowers, whatever. So he was like, so you like put this on the bed for me? And she said, no, I put this on my bed every morning after I make it because she wants it to look nice. She's into, decoration and decor and stuff like that in her house. He's talking about how he doesn't understand the decorative pillows. She wants to bring the little tray to their house. And he was like, can we like switch up the colors? It looks kind of girly. It was like off-white and tan. What you want, black? Like, what's girly about something being off-white and tan and cream? All right, Nate. They then talk about the toilet seat being up. And he kind of had the mentality of, damn, is it a deal breaker? I don't want to fall in, nigga. Yes, it's a big deal. I don't understand why it's so hard for men to zip it and flip it. Like, what is going on, gentlemen? Just put the toilet seat down. But I can't stand if she's asked. It's a very simple request. I don't understand why you're making a big deal about that and asking, is that a deal breaker? What if she said, yeah, because you're too lazy to put the toilet seat down? Stop it, Nate. Stop it. So they have a conversation about her wanting an espresso machine. He's trying to rationalize, does it make sense financially? He said that she probably spends about $2,400 a year getting a latte. We round that up to $6, a basic latte. She is saying that the machine is $700. You factor in $300 for milk. You factor in $300 for coffee, and she's saying that it's still going to be cheaper. He's basically saying she doesn't need it. I'm saying, what, was she asking you for it? That, I guess I didn't understand the conversation because Stacia clearly can afford to buy it herself. I think it was more or less her saying, I want an espresso machine, so I'm going to get an espresso machine. I don't think she was asking you to buy it. I don't think she was asking you to look into y'all's budget. I didn't get the scene. It seemed kind of pointless, and then he called her a diva. I called her a diva because she wants an espresso machine. Why does that make her a diva? I want an espresso machine. I don't want the $700 one. I'm not spending that much on it. But I've been looking at Nespresso machines. But I guess my thing is, because I am in Milwaukee, we don't have a Nespresso store. Not that I know of. So I don't want to be having, if I'm down to my last pod, I don't want to have to wait for like Amazon to deliver it or whatever the case. I want to be able to just to go to the store and get it. But I just felt like that entire scene was weird to me. It was weird to me. So we get to Nate's apartment. His apartment is nice. You can tell he's trying to impress her. So he's like, look, my curtains go up and down. That's nice, right? It's nice, right? And it's like, Nate, she like your little ugly ass. You don't have to overly impress Stacia, okay? Stacia, to me, while she seems like she likes the finer things and nicer things, she doesn't give me the vibe that she's going to look down on somebody that doesn't have as nice of things that she does. So I don't know why he was even going that route, but it's like, don't do that, Nate. Act like you used to your curtains going up and down, sir. You ain't got to impress her. So she said they go in his bedroom, and it's like a typical bachelor pad, but she points out how his closet is kind of just haphazard. There's shoes up on the rack. There's like towels on the floor. So she's kind of looking around like, like she's freaking out about it. She then starts pulling out like different things out of his closet. He had like old paper towel bags, like the little Bounty 2-pack comes in. He has just like the empty bag still in there. In his kitchen, there's like empty oatmeal containers everywhere. Maybe he likes overnight oats. I don't know. And she's like asking him like, why do you have all this stuff? And he's making his face as if he's confused as to why she's asking him, why do you have 5 Quaker oat containers? I was thinking the same thing. But what I didn't like is the fact that she was taking shit and throwing it on the floor. Or while she's reading the expirations of things and stuff that is expired, she's throwing it on the floor. Like, this is not your shit, Stacia. Like, let's not get beside ourselves. Now, if you want to question him as to why he has empty wrappers around his house, by all means. But don't be rude and start throwing his shit on the floor, because that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Like, that's not the vibe you want to give off, girl. So then she looks into his cupboard and sees that he has dirty wine glasses. So you can still see the residue of wine in the bottom. And she's like, oh, I guess you had company. Maybe you both had wine. She's like, this is unacceptable. And it was unacceptable. Because why is your house dirty? Why did you put dirty wine glasses into the cupboard? How long have they been there? Were you going to reuse? Like, I have so many questions. But that didn't go the way that he wanted. But Stacia likes him. So it's not a bigger, I don't think that that's a deal breaker for her. In her mind, she's probably like, oh, we gonna get this shit clean. So then Pastor Cal comes over and they say about the goal of marriage, right? So the goal of marriage to Nate is to be on the same page with the same vision. Stacia said the goal of marriage for her is to be financially free and to create generational wealth. They talk about their salaries, and Pastor Cal asked Stacia how does she feel about his salary. She said that it's workable. She put a number in. What he makes is well over that number. And she said that she did promise to be very open, so that's what she's doing. So he said he makes about $150,000 a year, and he wants to make about $250,000 before having kids. He feels in his mind that's a good amount living in California. I'm living in San Diego, where he can comfortably provide for his wife and their children. Stacia said that she makes around $415,000 a year, so they're at that 250 mark. He still said he's not ready. So then it becomes this conversation of if you're waiting for you to make a specific monetary amount, combined you two are double that. You know what I mean? So more than double that combined with the money that you both are making. So Pastor Cal's trying to get him to kind of start thinking about kids because that's a big thing for Stacia. They thinking on the subject of sex. Stacia said they have not had sex yet. She wants to kind of like be in love or feel like it's moving towards that before they do. And she kind of feels that Nate is still being very surface level. She feels like they haven't really gone deep. They've had conversations, but not conversations. They not, Miguel and Lindying it up like that over there. So Nate said that he's not ready to just unravel everything quite yet. He kind of wants, like Nate is kind of playing it cool. And I see what Nate is saying. There's no, like, why are we, day 3, day 4, why do I need to tell you all my insecurities and my childhood traumas? But that's what Stacia wants because Stacia wants to move very rapidly. She wants to meet you. Now we're in the thick of it. We're finding out, our quirks, our insecurities, our traumas, our goals and whatever, so that we can fast track this because she wants to hurry up and have a baby because in her mind, her biological clock is ticking because she is 37. So after they Pastor Cal leaves and they talk for a little bit, Stacia feels like she is sharing way more intimate level details than Nate is. She feels that he's being very surface. He said he didn't realize he was. What do you mean? I hate when people say stuff like that. You're being surface. You're being surface. She wants him to talk about his mother. She said that she can relate because she doesn't know her father as well, and she knows the trauma and all that stuff that comes with that to her. He said it's different because he has no emotional connection to his mother at all. He's only met her once. He has no emotional connection to her. He doesn't think about her. He doesn't feel about her any sort of way, no feelings whatsoever. Stacia does have that like feeling of abandonment, I believe, regarding her father. And I think that's going to be an impasse for them. The fact that Stacia wants Nate to really, really get into it and to dig deep. And he basically told her, well, I don't have any feelings. If they come up and it's organically, then sure. That basically means don't ask me about it again. If I'm feeling away one day, then I'll share that with you. But the fact that he has said he doesn't feel that way ever, Nate doesn't want to go deep. And I feel like Nate probably doesn't want to go deep because when he does, he probably gets very emotional the same way he did when he met Stacia's family and friends the day after the wedding. So we'll see what happens with Stacia and Nate. But let me know what you guys felt about this episode with them, and I will catch you guys next week.